Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis, and along with Trent Haston, we're your hosts. We're glad you're spending your Sunday with us. Whether you're in the car or on the couch, you're always at home with Roby. Visit us today at andrewroby.com, or you can click on the At Home with Roby tab on WBT.com to learn more. So in the previous segment, Trent, we were talking with Cam Montgomery. Cam's still with us. We were talking about building out these staycation spots in your home, places you can be, stay cool, have some fun with your family. We're joined now by Rene Robaina from Home Technology Solutions. Rene, welcome. You're the president and CEO. Tell us a little bit about Home Technology Solutions, and then let's get into a little bit about what you're seeing out there in the marketplace.
Thank you, Ashley. Good morning. Home Technology Solutions is a local Charlotte systems integrator. We've done everything technology for about 14 years here in the Charlotte and surrounding areas. We specialize in design and installation of entertainment, safety, security, lifestyle systems, such as home theaters, audio-video distribution, management, automation, security, and much more.
Fantastic. So, this show is all about beating the heat, staying inside. Let's find some cool spaces inside that you can build out or convert or make a space, kind of a staycation is what we're calling it. And one of those things that we talked about with Cam earlier on the show was, home theaters or man caves, to use the term that's out there a little bit. What are you seeing in that space, in those spaces that people are doing?
It's interesting. Back in when we started back in the early 2000s, it was all about the large home theaters, dedicated spaces, dark rooms to watch movies. And now and more, we're finding more and more that people are turning into the multi-purpose, multimedia room where they can watch a great movie, but they can also sit around and play games and just sit around with the family. One good example I use is the last thing most people want is to watch a football game in the dark with a whole bunch of guys sitting around. So now instead you have a multi-purpose room that you can keep the lights on and still watch a good game.
Yeah, the world's changing a little bit. The world's changing a little bit.
I think everybody's heard me reference my dad a lot on this, and we do a bunch of cool spaces and a bunch of cool additions and stuff, and he'd always say, if you don't use it, it's not worth. We're not even really proud of doing it, no matter how cool it is. And I would think of the TV rooms and movie rooms we did 10 years ago, people realized they weren't using them because they were so dark. And it seems like now a lot of people are taking a more open room with windows, kind of having a game table, a nice TV, a nice sound system, and then they can actually lower the blinds. It seems like blinds and window treatments have come a long way. Are you doing a lot of that now, Rene?
You're right, and along with that, there's also technology has come a long way. So now you can do a projector, and it doesn't have to be in a completely dark room. There is technology available to use brighter rooms and still get a great picture. But all that comes at a price point.
So Cam, that's an interesting point Trent makes. When you're working with somebody like Rene at Home Technology Solutions, what's that process you go through to really figure out what the homeowner's looking for?
I think it's really important because working with Rene, it's almost an extension of our triangle where we're working with the designer and the homeowner to make sure it's right for them. So we bring Rene in as an expert to kind of talk us through the process and really make sure we understand what's going on and the homeowner understands what's going on with what we're building for them, because I'm definitely not an expert in technology, and somebody like Home Technology Solutions is somebody that we want to bring in to make sure that everything's working right.
And Trent, we've talked about that on the show quite a bit, and that is bringing in experts to kind of be that third party to help with the process, but also be a sounding board to make sure we're getting the right expertise for what the family needs.
Right. Homeowners lean on us, lean on the Roby family, the Roby team, to bring in other teammates, and they're going to hold us accountable. So we need the right partners to come in. We need to figure out the budget quickly, or figure out how we're going to, as a team, drive to the budget. And we were talking about this off air, Rene. I asked if we could talk budget on the radio, and you said, heck no. You could spend $500 or $1,000 putting a nice TV on the wall and mounting it, or you could spend $250,000 if you maxed out and did all the bells and whistles and had the nicest system. There, you could probably spend $1 million, but the range is so broad that you really, one of the early stage things is you got to start focusing in. Or you want to spend $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, and then we can work as a team and back into that.
That's a great point, Trent. By the way, folks, you're listening to the At Home with Roby show. We're talking about staycations spots in your home today. We're joined by Rene Robaina from Home Technology Solutions. We're talking about how we can make nice man cave home theater spot in your home. Rene, as we're talking, I picked up my cell phone. And it just kind of occurred to me, I'm sure a lot of the things you're doing now are tying back into that wireless technology when you're talking about these rooms that wasn't the case 10 years ago.
Yeah. Everybody wants to control everything from their cell phone. It seems like and their tablets. That's where technology has taken us, and we get more requests for that probably than anything else. People have a large investment already in their tablets and cell phones, and it seems like they never get rid of them. You upgrade to a new one, and the other one just gets passed down to something else in the house.
It's amazing how expensive disposable items are becoming.
It's crazy, right? It keeps us in business.
So we're talking about, we talked about Trent a lot on this show over the last couple of years, or last couple of weeks rather. We haven't been doing it a couple of years, but just about outdoor spaces. This is about indoor spaces. But Rene, you're seeing a trend now where people are kind of pushing some of these electronics outside. So you have music, you have TV, and maybe it's too hot right now, but in the fall, those are the types of things people are looking for.
Outdoor living has become huge, as we all know, and now the technology is just an extension of that. Everybody wants to have the audio, video outside, the TV, and in some cases we're even getting requests for a large projector and screens outside by the pool. They can hang out in the pool and have a... So
you do indoor, you do outdoor. The question for Trent right now as he sits in Monmouth, Illinois, is do you go to the Midwest? You ever go out to Illinois and do any work? He could maybe create a little room for him out there when he's out visiting Reagan's
Trent,
grandmother.
you got room for me? I'll be right over.
No offense to my wife's family that I love so much in the Midwest. They're farmers. I don't really think they do too many home technologies in their house.
That's funny. All right,
corn and beans up here, boys.
That's it, man. Corn and beans. So Trent, it's Rene, it's Home Technology Solutions. Tell us how folks can get in touch with you today if they need to.
You can either reach us on our website, and it's www.hometechnologysolutions.com, or you can call our office, 704-708-5126.
Fantastic. Rene, thanks so much for being here today, sharing your expertise. We'll hope to talk to you again soon.
Thank you for having me.
All right, folks, when we come back, we'll be joined by our friend of the show, Lauren Clement. We're going to talk about how do we take these spaces that both Cam and Rene talked about and give them a little bit of style. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.